Welcome back to the Gillsburg Talk. Today's topic, I'll be talking about Africa. And the reason why I come up with this, wanted to talk about Africa today is because there is so many change going on in Africa that if you are an interest investor or somebody want to make money, right now is the best time to go in Africa and try to make some money. So, what is the, I want to touch in some little things to where Africa need to solve in order to really attract more people, I guess, more investor and more interesting people, I guess, right? The problem with Africa is today is the main big problem with Africa is that it's a lack of investment, really, if you think about it. Africa's biggest problem is a lack of investment. Most people blame Africa's problem on corruption, on bad leadership, but what I think is mostly it's not enough investment in Africa. People are going to Africa to make their own money, but they're not really investing in Africa. They're not putting their money where the business is. There's a lot of companies, Fortune 500 companies, big companies out there, just doing business there, but not investing a single dime in there. Doing business is different than investing your money or to the community. So they're not really putting their money there in the community. What they're doing is they getting the resources, and after that they just leave. Or they keep taking the resources. Of course, they don't leave. They just take the resource out the community and then maybe bring it back as a product and selling it to the community with an extra tax, stuff like that. So I'll be wondering why is this keep happening to Africa? Why is it leadership not stopping it from happening? Well, what I have come up, at least what I know, at least most expert, what they say is that it's because corruption. But really, corruption only happens because those Fortune 500 allowed it to be they let it happen. And those leadership wants money because they know if they get out of office, the Western are going to try to charge them with something. More African leaders leave office and go to prison. Why is that? Not because they commit more crime than most leaders. No, it's because it's easy to arrest African leader. It's easy to say African leaders stole money. It's easy for France to blame some African leader for saying, oh, he did this and he did this. But you, France, you are the one stealing money from Africa. To be exact, $500 billion. So why is French leaders not being arrested? Yeah, because they're white, or because they are, I guess, in the Western world, or what you would call the first world nations, I guess. At least that's what I think. And people are saying, well, how can Africa solve this problem? Or how can we, African, or we people of the earth, try to stop this from happening? Well, trying to stop it from happening is telling those corporations, look, man, if you don't invest in the community over there where you're doing business, then we're not gonna buy your product. We are not going to buy your product, and that is going to stop them. Why is Africa? That's a big problem right there. Why? Let me ask you a question, people out there who are listening to my podcast or who are listening to me on YouTube. Why is it easy in Africa to import tomato from Italy than it is easy for an African company to produce tomato there? Why? If you have an answer, leave in a comment below. If you are just listening, hey, hit that like, subscribe button. But the thing is, you have to really, if you're gonna blame African leaders, you have to blame the Western leaders too from African problem. I know it sounds kind of weird for African to blame other continent for their own problem, but the African problem is never was African problem. It's always been the Western problem, because Africa, remember, was colonized, and those colonized never left. They never left. They just pretend like they left. They just pretend like they left, and they're still there. They're still there. Tell me today, who's running Congo? Well, they are leaders right there, but to be honest with you, if France doesn't give it a thumbs up, or if Belgium doesn't give it a thumbs up, Congo is not moving. You know? What about all those countries that used to be colonized by France? Well, they don't make big decision with their money. Who's making the big decision? France, of course, is making the big decision on their money. And what upsets me the most is the audacity of French leader to say, "Oh, we need to fix Africa problem." No. How can you fix Africa problem when you are still in Africa? You're still colonizing Africa, and you're still blaming Africa for the problem. Come on, people. Africa problem is never was leadership problem. African problem is with other continent still wanting Africa. Still wanting Africa. Africa is blessed, but Africa is not wealthy, because other continent want to be wealthy, and they got weapons. They got I guess weapons and more weapons. There's nothing Africa doesn't have except those weapons. So the biggest problem facing Africa today, even from past of Africa, it's always been leaders who are not trying to help the citizen, or people who are trying to steal from Africa, and they always steal from Africa, and they always will, and they always will be. So my thought to you today is, think about it. Let me know what you think in a comment below. Like, subscribe, and thank you for listening, and you have a nice day.